Oh, look at that on the back of my neck. Terrible. More nipples. I have this thing. I'm like having these pimples that get infected, and then I got to go to the hospital for antibiotics. We had one when we were in Barry's Bay doing Jana's bunkie, and now they just keep popping up everywhere. So I don't know. Spencer's dying, I guess. I don't know how much longer I'll be on the YouTube channel.
Spencer's unhygienic.
I'm very hygienic. Don't you say that. Yeah, now Spencer's nipples.
Perfect short.
All right, we're back in Ontario. We just had a little week off just for the team, like a little summer vacation per se. So I think everyone enjoyed it and needed the time off. But we're back here starting at the yard. So this morning we're just starting with unloading the trailer. The masons and the hardscape guys here quick, and then me and Mark and Cesar, we're going to be working on the waterfall, finishing up the plumbing and rocking that in. So we'll be over there in a little bit here shortly. We have Brian and Kyle working on maintenance and weeding. There is an insane amount of weeds in our gardens right now. So we're going to have a big day weeding. And then we have Raymond and Wiley working together. They're going to finish up painting that back rack over there the same color as our main attachment one over here today, and a couple other small tasks around the shop. And then Spencer is going to finish off the trim over at the bar build, because that's pretty much done now. Like, they were just waiting for one more thing, but the countertops and the windows in now, so he's good to go and do the trim. Other than that, main focus is Waterfall, getting that dialed in. So we're really gonna have to play with that and kind of think about where we want the water coming out of the rocks and how we're gonna make it look natural with the rocks covering the pipes. So we'll have to do a little bit of probably dry laying them, then taking them back up, and then kind of prepping for mortar. So we'll have to get Crate over there, but I think it'll be fun. Going back to P.E.I. August 10th for 10 days, 11 days, and we're back in Ontario. So hopefully that's the final trip. Yeah, P.E.I. was really good. We got a lot done again this time around. Everything planted, everything mulched, made sure everything was square, really touched up edges, and took our time with little details like that, making sure things were square. And then all the beds were lined up with the gravel perfectly on all the pathways, and really taking the time to perfect all the edges, as well as quite a bit of final grading again. And then a bunch of mulch. So we're good on the gardening side of things. So this next time we're going back, we originally were thinking of keeping the pathways gravel, but now it's all going to be pavers for most of it. So one side of it is going to be made out of like a boardwalk that you'd see like leading to a beach or something. So the carpenters will be working on prefabbing that up later this week. And then other than that, we'll be installing pavers all on the gravel pathways. So there'll be a good amount of work for us here the next time we go down. We're gonna be ponding. So we're finally getting around to finishing off waterfalls in the pond. So take a look here. It'll probably take a little bit of plumbing, mostly mixing mortar and slapping it down, but a little bit of plumbing too. Oh, oh.
Good workout, eh?
Brutal. It's heavy, man. Okay. Jesus. He is green. Yeah. Quite how green that was.
What's wrong?
Well, the pond went extremely green over the course of the time you're gone because there's no chlorine put in, because I didn't go over that with Mr. Caesar. So unfortunately our pond has gone green, which is completely my fault, but not the end of the world. I just really don't want to have to empty the whole thing and pressure wash it out again, so I'm hoping with the chlorine maybe it'll clear it up, but we'll see. Oh, I don't even want to touch this. I know there's gonna be so much dead in there. This is gonna be so gross. Man. Yeah, if these don't get cleaned out and the water isn't getting filtered out properly through the sand filter, so the mix of these being clogged and the dirty water not getting pulled into the sand filter and not having chlorine put in to it for a month is why this happened. It's completely my fault. Yeah, so this week we have a couple things going on. So we have the carpenters mainly focusing on working on these boardwalks that are going to be going over the gravel pathways that we built in P.E.I. So it's quite a bit of square footage, so they'll be working on it most of the week. We have some painting to finish up around the shop on our attachment racks. On top of that, the masons are working on the waterfalls. There's lots of maintenance to do around the shop property. Just from us being gone for such a prolonged time and only having one person here at any given time, it's just not enough to keep up. So we're gonna spend a couple days maintaining things, pulling weeds, remulching some areas, working on some little problems.
Earlier in the summer, we did a little backyard deck area refinishing and making it all look nice. So we had the P.E.I deck sanded and stained. We restained the house deck and then restained all of the pergola structures and gates and everything that was like brown, the outdoor storage areas and everything. One of those storage areas as well got turned into a outdoor kitchen bar type of thing. So we cut out a hole in the window, and office staff got some countertop guys to come in and install countertops and a window for like a pass-through service kind of thing. And now I'm just in here trimming it out and doing some paint touch-ups to make sure everything is nice and gorgeous as it should be. But the back deck has really came along over the last 2 months, month and a bit. It hasn't been 2 months straight, but a little bit here, a little bit there. Raylene got all the plants in, all these couch cushions and everything got washed and put back in place, and we restained all the wood everywhere. So now I'm just finishing up on this window and countertop here, and it's gonna open up like a little poolside bar type of thing. So pretty simple. Got 2 levers. There we go. You just gotta push. Yeah, so once those open up, then you can have someone in here with a sink, nice fridge, under cabinet storage. We built all this in here, and then yeah, they came in and installed the countertop. So I'm just putting the picture frame around it to make everything look nice, and should be gorgeous by the time I'm finished. Here you go. And that's how you do a window. Just like that. Real quick, real fast, always professional. Gotta nail it in though. there we go. Inside is finished. Time to do the outside. So basic process is come in, you find out where you want your window to sit. So I'm gonna just hook onto the outside and I'll do my math afterwards. But measure your window, and then you 72 inches, 72 and an eighth, and then you just do your math to find out where you want your trim to sit on the window, and then add or subtract on how thick you want your material to be, what your reveal is going to be, and then cut everything into miters in 3 pieces, pop everything on, and Bob's your uncle. Trim's pretty simple, just you got to be precise when you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing the final touches here on this waterfall. We have the hoses in the general placements that they're going to be. So now it's a matter of making sure that we have stones, and some places we'll need hydraulic cement to make sure that the water flows in the right directions. We don't want water to be deflected off of stones, then travel back in the opposite direction, because there's a lot of cavities on the backside underneath these big stones. So all we want is to make sure the water is being pushed forward where it's being seen. That's going to make sure that we have the maximum effect for people walking by, that there's the maximum amount of water flowing over all of the water features. So that's what we're doing right now. Some of these hoses need to be have stones put around them to hide them from view. Some of them need to have stones put behind them or cement put behind them to deflect water forward and allow it, stopping it from flowing backwards. And other places we just need to add stones to kind of make it make the whole place a bit prettier. Like so, it's going to be just a matter of going one hose at a time, doing what we think we need to do to them, and then turning the water back on to kind of like test each one individually. We can also adjust the flow to try to change the way that the water moves over the stones. But yeah, this is just the kind of the process of doing these final touches, where it's just like make a little change, turn the water on, see what happens, just to make sure that it is all behaving the way that we want it to. And then at the end, we'll just make sure that all the hoses are weighed down and positions that they are going to stay steady in the same spot, so that we can kind of, it'll be on autopilot. People can adjust the flow down there at the pumps, but no one will have to make any more adjustments after today, hopefully. So that's the plan for today. Once we're done this, we'll probably just go on to help with the landscape garden maintenance, pulling weeds and that kind of thing, because there's lots of that to do right now. So yeah, hopefully within the next few hours, we're gonna have this place in its final look, I guess, and this whole part of the project will be completely done. It's going to be exciting to have all of this stuff that's been kind of on pause while we've been doing other jobs completely wrapped up, and then we can just be maintaining this the shop gardens and show gardens and all that stuff instead of actually doing fresh work on them. So yeah, that's the plan for today.
We'll put this one in. I think it's going to be sitting too high. I don't think it's that long. I think I want to have it up to like just here, so you're not. It'll be easy enough to shift, to move it back and forth.
We're working on the waterfalls here. So Jimmy came in the other day to help us with some plumbing.
Yeah, sure.
Monday, so we finished off. He had to show us how to put the reducers on, from the 1.5 lines, or sorry, 2-inch lines down 2.5 lines, so we can then attach them to a couple T's and split them off. So before, like back here, there's only 2 lines, and now there's 4 lines of water coming out. We have 1 coming through the hole there. We have 1 coming through this small crack, and then we have 2 coming around this rock. So instead of just having 4 points of water coming out of this waterfall, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. We got 6. No, 7. 8. We have 8. Sorry, we have 8 points of water coming out of here.
We have.
So just fill this whole area out more, look more of a waterfall, and then we can play with the valves, adjust the flow on each individual one. So then we can make it seem one side has more water coming, and just play with it to make sure it's trickling over the rocks and not just like a straight shoot of water coming out, that sort of thing. So we can play with the speed on the pumps themselves and the valves, so it's super easy to adjust. And yeah, something we just gotta look out for while doing this is crushing fingers. Obviously, we're using big rocks, we gotta be careful. And then we've been using a bit of mortar, so we gotta make sure we're not clogging any pipes, burying any pipes, that sort of thing. And then other than that, it's just making sure we make everything look natural and not just a awkward pile of rocks. So we have to kind of make everything tear down and just make it look nice, not have any flat edges sticking out weird and any of the saw cut ends sticking out, so it doesn't look natural from the main part over there. So it's just being careful with our placements and getting a little creative.
So we're just wrapping up this waterfall project here. We've obscured and hidden all of the different pipes. We fiddled around with all of the angles and the ways that we could deflect the water off different surfaces. So the main goal was to make sure that people can't see the sources of the water, but still have the water flowing in directions and angles that we wanted it to be going in. So I think for the most part that's been achieved. We have a few areas that we can obscure the pipes a little bit better, but this is essentially the final look here. We have water cascading from different angles and different volumes on the entirety of the waterfall area. So from this side all the way over to the other side. And the main goal is also to get as much of the surfaces of these stones with water flowing over them. So I think that effect's been achieved, and we're just going to wrap up hiding a few more pipes, and then it's going to be moving on to the next project. So yeah, I guess this is the final look at the completed waterfall, and we're really happy with it. It looks great.
All right, so some sad but reality news. Tamara and Simon are both leaving. So Tamara, you must have a win or something to share, your next big steps. Would you like to kind of share with the group?
No. It's a big decision that I've made, that I'm gonna go back to my family and be with them. Just felt that I should go and couldn't get away from that idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a family theme this morning.
Yeah.
Everyone's into family. It's great. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's exciting, it's scary, but exciting.
Done.
You. Simon, how about you?
Well, the good thing is that the biggest thing is that my wife is 18 weeks pregnant. She's healthy.
Yeah.
The baby is doing well. And this Saturday we find out the gender. That's very exciting. So I have a bet that it will be a girl. My wife is betting on a boy. So let's see who wins. Some personal time off. And there are upcoming appointments as well. And my dad might come in a couple of weeks. So it's been a while since I spent some time with my dad. I would like to spend more time with him.
Good.
Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
That's great.
Oh, but just to let you guys know, like I've spent the best times here, and I came from Windsor, like, and Mark hired me. It was like a big decision, but I think every minute was worth it. I've learned a lot in this company, and it's sad to leave. It was a big decision, but personal things comes first, and yeah, I wish you guys all the best for the future, and just to let you guys know, we are not just co-workers, we are family. That's how I see you all, and thank you for everything.
Amazing. Thanks. Great. Well, best of luck with that. And thank you. That's great that your dad's coming into town too. Amazing.
That's your win.
Hey, behind the camera.
My win?
Hold on, give me the camera.
You want the camera?
Part of the family.
There you go. My win was that I got to enjoy a lot of time at the cottage, and I haven't done that all year. So it was good to go golfing and hang out with some friends, and got to see some family. So it was a good week off, and I'm excited to be back.
All right, we finally got the man behind the camera on the
I made
camera.
it. I made it. I made it.
Thumbnail.
Good.
What's going on today?
We're wrapping up all of our projects that we got on the go today. 'Cause it's Friday and we got a long weekend coming up, and next week we're busy starting new projects. So we are finishing up our boardwalks, and we got a drywall job going on, and we just need to finish up some stuff with the equipment rack and also a hose replacement on an RV. It's a fun day. The Mason team finished up their projects, so we're taking on Mark and Cesar into our team to help wrap up all of our projects today. It's a good day.
Get all that lumber put back on the drive. And get that photo.
How's it going, Cesar?
It's going well, man. Just here, working with the carpenters, Spencer and Raymond. Learning something new. I haven't really worked with wood too much, but I'm enjoying it. Gonna be a great day. Learning something new, you know, it's always good. Excellent. And this Friday, long weekend coming. Woo! Yeah, baby. Awesome.
Great. So today I'm just helping the carpenters. We're prepping here the boards for the boardwalk over there. I'm just cutting them to size and then prepping them for the other carpenters, and then they're going to be actually assembling the boardwalk over there. So yeah, just kind of just have an assembly line thing going where I have the boards cut for them and then they grab them and just screw them into place. It's nice. It's like we can get kind of like an assembly line going where you're doing the same kind of cut all for like a little while, and kind of the hours just kind of melt away. It's really pleasant actually. The jobs that they do are oftentimes more like just like a process that you follow over and over again. Whereas when we were working on the Waterfall, it was just constantly like thinking things over and repositioning stuff, which can get a bit frustrating, just having to like really slow things down. But yeah, it's a nice change of pace for me.
All right, so the project we have coming up next week here, it's just at a mountain bike trail system 25 minutes away from the shop, so not something very typical that we'd be working on. So there's a small bike trail that we'll be working on, making a couple drops, but the main part of the project here they call it a flyover is the feature they call it, but what it's going to be is two retaining walls on either side with some dirt compacted and sloping down on either side, and then in the middle there'll be a bridge going over. So what they can do with the course is make it crisscross at one point, which can make for cool little feature in the course.
Yeah, so we just did a quick little drawing just so the guys kind of understand how to build it with the 8x8 posts and the concrete footings. And when they excavate, that's the dirt that they're going to use for the ramps on the other side.
Shouldn't be too hard. If anything, we might have to bring a couple loads of gravel up just for the base of the stones so they don't fall in over time, and then maybe a couple loads of soil depending on how much we get from excavation. But should be a pretty simple project for the most part. Shouldn't take too long. So I think it's kind of unique to do something like this. So pretty excited. That's fine. So concrete piles here. This is wrong on the drawing. I got to get this changed, but it's going to be 2 feet in the ground and then 4 up. Then your posts are going to go on that. So first day is going to be excavation. We're going to drill the piles, and then you guys are going to put those in. So the actual post is going to go in the sono tube. We're not mounting it on a bracket.
Good.
So it's going to go in, and then that extra 2 feet, we're just going to excavate and not have the sono tube and put concrete down there. So there's still going to be 8 feet of concrete, but that bottom 2 feet's not going to have a sono tube. Yeah. This is a project for a local bike team that's nonprofit, so we can't be spending too much on material, obviously, because they don't have an endless bucket of money. So we'll be pulling just whatever garbage fill we got with the loader, put it in the truck and run it up. And then we're just going to do like a foot of gravel underneath these, because that's really all we should need, because it's not load bearing. Other than that, this should be pretty simple. Not every crew is going to be there every day, so we will go over that schedule Tuesday. But the first day, I know for sure we're not going to need everyone. So most likely masons will probably have you guys on something else for the first day, just because it'll be excavation.
Are we gonna start pumping soil right away, or are we gonna wait?
I was hoping I could get a couple loads of soil even into a pile first day. So
Good idea.
well, that's just the gist of it. I wanted you guys just to see it before we get going. Good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Excited, man. This one will be a good one.
It'll be fun, I think. It's unique.
Yeah.
It's not really something... Sweet. Yeah. I think it'll be really cool to test the roto tilt too.
Articulating.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, you gotta hit it first, man.
I know, the last day I'll bring one. All right, today's Friday, so it's the end of our week here. We have a long weekend coming up for the guys, so they're up Monday, which is nice. So to end off the week, we're just gonna end an extra hour early here because we have everything done. For workload wise, all the carpentry work's done, and then the trailer is gonna be loaded by the end of the day. So then we'll come out here and have some burgers and hot dogs and a couple drinks for the guys so they can have a nice end of their day, and then they'll go home and enjoy their weekend. But it's another good little opportunity to use our outdoor kitchen here for the first time, get the grill going, and as well just hang out with the crew. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's always good to spend time with the crew outside of work, just to hang out and chat. And on top of it, I think it's good for team building and just hanging around when we're not always so focused on work. So little things like this is good to show appreciation on top of it all. Obviously, they work so hard, and you know, so much focus and hard work goes into all the work they do every day. So this is a good way to show their the appreciation for the team, I think. So I always love doing stuff like this for the team. So.
We got a double burger with ketchup and cheese and a Coke Zero.
How many more?
And no beer. What was that? You guys want an update about my neck nipple?
Update.
Growing, as you can see. We've been putting a couple patches on it, and I think we have it under control. But it's not good. It's quite painful.
Aren't you sick because of it?
I think so. Or it could be like some McDonald's that I ate and it's not agreeing with me.